What's up, everybody? This is an episode, well, you're watching Angel Ghost Girl right now, and today we're going to do something just a tiny bit different, and stuff. This week we're going to read something that's a little, like, I found something in storage that I had, like, when I was, like, probably about in my early 20s, that I used to go to the library and get books on, like, the supernatural and paranormal and stuff like that, and different things to read and study different things. And I wrote some of the stuff I studied it on there in this one booklet that I found, and it's like got some paranormal stuff in it, got some supernatural stuff in it. So I'm gonna read some stuff that I've written in it. So it's gonna be just a little bit different today. So let's see. So this one is called Broomstick. In popular belief, witches are closely associated with broomsticks, and in the witchcraft trials of the 15th, 17th, and 16th centuries, a number of women did confess to having flown on a broom. The trial records and writings of witch hunters sometimes suggest that the stick was anointed or coated in a special grease. As a familiar domestic implant, the broomstick is a symbol of womanhood and perhaps also of oppression of women, turning it into an instrument of magic, of magical freedom of movement, may well be indicative of the extent to which witchcraft in Northern Europe was a reaction to oppression. The act of placing the broomstick between the legs, whether in flying or in the ritual dancing of the European witches. So that's one thing that's written in here. I'm going to find another thing. Read this. Exorcism. Madness was believed to be the work of demons, and exorcists worked to free the afflicted from their power. This one woman was possessed by many demons, all of whom had to be banished. Left and right, during an exorcism, the exorcist may be attacked physically by the demons, so he must prepare carefully for the solemn rite of exorcism. And there's another one in here. This one is called ectoplasm. Ectoplasm is a whitish substance that allegedly issues from the body or feces or breast of a medium in trance. The volume can range from barely visible. So it's about like ectoplasm. Sometimes you can see pictures from the 1800s depicting like ectoplasm coming like out of the eyes or the nose or the mouth sometimes. This other one's called fairies. Fairies are by no means always beginning. This is the demonic 17th century, 13th century. Fairies who cursed Sleeping Beauty bottomed the fairy ring in an area of strong enchantment. The word fairy was originally fairy, names the wee folk or the good neighbors, or simply them, a state of enchantment brought about by supernatural creatures who were described by serious rites of the 17th century as being midway between angels and human beings. Fairies are associated with certain general beliefs, such as their tendency to kidnap human babies and replace them with their own, known as changelings. Time spent with them does not pass in the normal way. Many stories tell of men who have feasted with the fairies for a single night, only to find that 100 years have passed. And this one is called Daniel Douglas Holmes, D.D. Holmes. D.D. Holmes was an extraordinary physical medium who was seen by respectable witness to float in the air in and out of windows. Daniel Douglas Holmes, born 1833 near Edinburgh, was a medium with such energetic powers that the sheer range, numbers, and violence of paranormal phenomenon which raged about him whenever he was in trance was enough to ensure that fraud as a explanation to be ruled out. And this was out-of-body experiences. Astro travel as interpreted by an artist 1. The astral body leaves the recommendment from attached by a silver cord. The astral body drifts upwards. The astral body is now free to travel. It must return or harm may come to the physical body. The astral body can spontaneously leave the physical body during sleep or trauma and leaves forever after death. And this one's called Haunted Houses. The most common theory is that they are visitations from the grave of those who, for some reason or another, are strongly bound to these buildings. The usual explanation is that some unimaginable horror has to be relived time and time again. Through some ghosts are said to return because they were so happy in those houses during their lifetime. An example of this is one of the ghosts that haunts Longlead in Wiltshire. The old gentleman potters happily around the Red Library, wearing long, dark Elizabethan garments. He is said to be Sir John Thyme, the builder of the houses that was his greatest achievement. Other theories to explain haunted houses suggest that they are a result of telepathy between the living and the dead, which would explain why only certain people seem to see the ghosts, and why sensitive instruments such as cameras and tape machines do not always pick up what people have experienced. The most spectacular is the ghost of Catherine Howard, the fifth wife of Henry VIII, who haunted the gallery at Hampton Court. Her voice can be heard shirking in the gallery, and sometimes she is seen running along it very fast and is disappearing into the chapel. So if you like more videos like this, just like and subscribe. And until next time, everybody, have good nightmares or sweet dreams.